Okay, in this part, we will see Visual Studio Code for Python, Visual Studio Code. Okay, let's install this. Everybody should install it. Yeah, as you can see, it can be used for Python, it can be used for C or C++, it can be used for Java, it could be used for JavaScript, it can be used almost for everything. And it's a very good code editor. So it's something I have been using for the last 7-8 years, and I like this code editor. As you can see, TypeScript, Java, Node, C, C++, C#, and different use cases for data scientists, and we have to wait until it finishes. Again, we click on there and we agree and continue. There's nothing, you just change here. But I'm just wondering in this pass, if I have already something, I just want to clear out if I have something already, okay?
Asap, sorry to interrupt you. I have a question.
Yeah,
Should it be
please.
stable or insider version? Thank you.
What version?
Here for me, for this Visual Studio Code, it's either stable or insiders.
No, it can call it stable would be good, but it doesn't really.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, it doesn't have much of a difference. Yeah, I just installed it. I was trying to clear out previous settings if I had, because if there's previous setting, it might be very hard for you to follow. Usually it's really hard to clean previous settings. I usually do a fresh installment, but usually I have. Let me see. Yeah, it seems like a fresh, not completely a fresh installment because I can see my previous settings, but most of the stuff is actually fresh. Yeah. So as you can see, maybe you can, as you can see, you can change it to this type, this mode. Yeah, but wait, or this mode, or this mode, different mode. Why so slow? But as you can see, dark mode, light, modern, so we can actually have different theme. Yeah, it's just changing slowly anyway. But I prefer the, yeah, I have my own favorite, quite lots of stuff is opening. I'm not even controlling it. Yeah. So anyway, I will remove those opened tabs step by step. I don't need this, I don't need this, I don't need this. But it would have been actually great if I tick the box for the welcome. As you can see, this welcome will come now and then. So just untick this one, remove the tick, and then if you close it, this will not come anymore. Okay, great. But this is not the kind of theme I want. I want to change the theme. The color theme. So I think Dracula is my favorite. Dracula Soft is my favorite. It's you can change it to any theme you want, so no problem. Okay, now what I should do, I should go, maybe I think even I should close this and then show you from the very beginning. So we have to create a folder. I call this Python Spring 2024, right? This is the course folder and we call it usually project, right? Yeah. So this is actually the project. We put everything. Now I have to open Visual Studio Code. It's here. I just opened it. When you opened, it looks like this. Then, do you see this open folder? I can open the folder that I created some time ago. What was the name of the folder? Just click there and select folder. It says, do you know, is it safe for something? Yes, trust. Yes, I trust this one. Yeah. Then, is there anything inside? No, there's nothing. So as you can see, when you hover new file, to create a new file inside this project or new folder, for instance, new folder, I can say module 1 or module 2 or maybe week 1 because our lesson is more based on week. So I can just divide it to based on weeks. So inside the week, I can create any file or any folder, as you can see. Yeah, new file, test.txt, or maybe, again, if I want a folder, new folder, maybe I can say, maybe test folder, whatever, as you can see. Yeah, so it's as easy as working on the desktop. So, but I don't need this file, so I will destroy it. And I will also destroy this one. It's just an example. But I need this file. Inside this file, I want to create one hello.py. Yes. So in Python, any file actually, I'm just making it bigger for you. In Python, any file should be ending with the .py extension. Do you see .py extension here? Yes. Then, did I tell you about the print? Print allow us to print out something. So, hello world. Maybe just hello world. And then, how do I run this? Actually, as you can see, this has a terminal here. I open the terminal. Yeah, maybe I can show you again. Do you see this border, this darker area? Then you can just pinch and drag it up and down if you don't like it. And then I can say, of course, I have to go to this week 1, CD, week 1, and then just, now I'm there. Then what I should say, Python, and then the name of the file, hello.py. Nothing, because I didn't save this. Control S. Then again, hello world. That's great. Now maybe print, do you love Python? That's the question. And then again, I have to save, Control S. And then try to run again. It works. But sometimes this might be like, it might be hard to get to this file. So what you should do, you just come in here, just here, open integrated terminal, and just open right there for you. Then Python, the name of the file is hello.py. As you can see, hello world, do you love Python? Print, I really love Python. Yes, why not? But again, I have to do save. Did I tell you that it's possible to print, create string with like double quotation? Yes, we can create a string using a single quote, double quote, or multiple quote. This is still a string, this one, by the way. But I think saving now and then is so boring, right? It's so save, auto save should be on, and then the auto save, the boring stuff, will be taken care of by Visual Studio Code after a delay, some like after 1 second. Now let's see. print something, please. Now I don't have to really think about saving, instead just run my code. Yeah, something. Print something, please. Print something, please. And as you can see, yeah. And now even sometimes instead of opening this or running from this, you can just run it from here and it works. Yeah, have you seen that? Great. Yeah, I think this is how you write Python on the Visual Studio Code. I think this would be not enough, but maybe we can pause this and then we can continue.
We cannot hear you.
Oh, so I was mute. So
Yes.
I was mute, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah, no problem. So what I was actually trying to show, sorry. For instance, if we don't have the closing code, so this Visual Studio Code is so smart, it shows you already. And if you hover, as you can see, string literal is unterminated, so it has a bug. And if you run actually this, yeah, it shows you where to fix syntax error, unterminated string literal. So we have to actually close it. Close and fix the bug. But if we run this again, as you can see, it's working. Great. I think this is good enough for Hello World. Then how about if we move on to operators? Yeah, operators.py. The reason why I call this file name operators, because we are going to learn about operators. Operators can be actually assignment operators. Now that's the equal sign, actually, the assignment operator. And then we have also other operators like arithmetic operators, the operators that we saw already, the plus, the subtraction, the multiplication, the division, the modulus, the floor division, and the exponentiation. And there's also other type of actually operators, the comparison operators, operators, and these are greater than, greater or equal, less than. Maybe if this is small, I can make it bigger and everyone can see it. Less than or equal to, and actually equal to. This means two equal signs together shows equality. Yeah, these are actually the comparison operators. And the other operator, logical operators, the logical operator and, or, and note. So I think I should separate them by a comma. And means conjunction, and, or are conjunction and not is actually negation. So these are actually the arithmetic operators. We may not see all together now, but let's see now the arithmetic operators first. Print. I'm sorry. 4 plus 3. Now we have seen already this a long time ago. And then as you can see, 7. Oh, yeah. Then print 4 minus 1. And then you may expect actually the value is 1, yeah? Print, I thought 3. And actually I got, yeah, so you get what I mean. Times 3. 4 times 3, I'm expecting 12. And print 4 modulus, no, division 3, 1.33, something like that. And print 4 modulus 3. When 4 divided by 3, the remainder is actually 1. Yeah. And print 4 floor division 3, and again the value is 1, as you can see. And maybe print 4 the power of 3, and this will give us 64. Now this allows us actually to use different parameters. I can say the addition of this number, the addition of 4 and 3 is something like this. As you can see, the print function allow us to use different arguments or input. Now I have this one and the summation of these two together. Yeah. And then I can actually duplicate this and just change the subtraction of, and what there's a type or something here. As you can see, it takes comma, the multiplication, or maybe the product of this. The product of 4 and 3 is 12. How does it look like? The addition of 4 and 3 is something like that. So I think we don't need additional space in here. If we are using a comma, it usually creates actually, it usually creates a space, additional space. So we can add for the rest, but it's not important. So this is arithmetic operation actually in Python. So we have seen this, the modulus, the floor division, the exponentiation on the Python interactive shell. Now we're looking at differently. This actually, it is better if we say this more of arithmetic operator, arithmetic operation. So as you can see, we did just arithmetic operation. What this assignment operator means? And then let's do assignment operators. Maybe I think it's just good to put everything together in one file, just operators, because it's just too much file. Operators, yeah. Then if I say A is equal to 4, A is equal to 4 means, as you can see, there is a value. We call this variable. And then 4 is a value. We're about to create a memory storage and then store it at A. And we call this actually variable. And this one is the value. And this, the equal sign, we call it assignment operator, and it allows us to assign value to this variable. Yeah, that's now actually what is stored at A should be, 4. Let's see the value. Yeah, it's 4. And then maybe let's see B, 3. And then let's try to print B. Then even we can assign, and we can do even C is equal to A plus B. Now at the same time here, actually, we are learning variables also, variables. Because you will assign a value to a variable. For a variable A, we are assigning 4, the value. For a variable B, we are assigning the value 3. This is not an equal sign. Instead, it's an assignment. So we are asking A to store this. We are asking B to store this value. And now we are asking C to sum up this together and store the value of this summation. So if I print out C, what would be the value? You guys tell me.
7.
7.
7. Great. Yeah, 7. 7 is the value. Now we have seen this operator called the assignment operator. What would be nice is actually now if we see at the same time comparison operator. So comparison operator. Now we can say just 4 is actually greater than 3. Yeah, so this is actually the value is a true, and Python actually literally give us a true value because Python has this value data type true and false, and that value we call it booleans. How about if I say 4, maybe 4 is greater than or equal to 4? Yeah, that should be also true. How about if I say print 4 is greater than or equal to 3? And this should be also true. But how about if I say print 4 is less than 3? This is like very clear. It's wrong, right? It should be false.
False.
How about if we say print 4 is equal to 4? This is really true. Yeah, true. But how about if I say print 4 something like this? As you can see, I have 4 here, but this one doesn't look like 4. It's under a quote, so it's a string, and this should be false. Let's see. Yeah, it's false. Yeah, so now we have seen the greater than operator, greater than or equal to, less than. Maybe let's see also print 4 less than 4. I think this is clear false, right? Because they are equal. Yeah, false. What are the other comparison operators we have learned? I mean, yeah, there is no, but there's also kind of like expression I can say 4 is 4. It's a kind of like Python is very close to human language. This should be actually true. And print, if I say 2 is not 4, and this is actually true, right? Of course. True. But if I say print 2 is not 2, and this is going to be also false because 2 is 2. It's it's a kind of an operator that also do like this, the comparison operators. What else can I show you in here in the comparison part? It's not a comparison, but it's an membership operator. Maybe sometimes we may check print, for instance, land in Finland. So it checks, for instance, if land exists in Finland. Of course, Finland has plenty of land, and it should be true. Yeah, that's true. How about if there's land in Norway, land, or maybe in Sweden, and it's going to be most probably in Sweden. They don't have land, and it's going to be false. Yeah, they don't have. Okay, but in Switzerland or Poland, it will be true because they do have land. I mean, the word land, they have. Anyway, okay, so this also kind of operation that give you true and false, and this we call them Boolean values. Great. And what's the other operator, actually logical operators, and or not? Okay, let's see. Logical operators. Logical operators. Print what is this? 4 is greater than 3, and 2 is less than 3. If you see this one, 4 is greater than 3, both are true, right? And if both statements are, if both expressions are true, it gives you true. How about if we copy this one and make one of them false? 4 is less than 3. This is false, but this one is true. False and true, it's going to be false. But if it was actually an OR operator, if I do 4 greater than, I think I can have just the copy. For instance, if I change this to 0, I mean OR 4 greater than 3, yeah, that's true. And 2 less than 3, yeah, that's true. Now it's so true, it should be true. But how about also if I change one of this, less than 4 is less than 3, this is false, but this one true. If we have one true in the expression, it's going to be true. Yeah, it's true. How about if we just make the two expression false? This one is false and this one is false. False expression give us actually at the end false. So to get a true z value in OR conjugation or conjunction, we just need only one true z value. But when it comes to the end, both operators should be true to get a true z value. Yeah. And another thing, maybe what we should also learn, note. For instance, 4 greater than 3. The value of this is true, but this one will negate and the value is going to be false, as you can see. And even sometimes you can double negate, sometimes note. Yeah, as you can see, it was, this one is true and then false, and then when you negate the false, true. Maybe a similar in here. Okay, maybe some, how do we negate here? Land, not in. In Finland, I think this should be false. Yeah, false. Land, not in, period. Yeah, I think this is the logical operators and or not. So not is a negation that allow us to negate. Sometimes even literally we can write true, not true, as you can see, not true. So this means false, right? And not false means true. The negation of false is true. Yeah, now this is all about the operators. Then maybe how about if we I have missed the equality in here. So next to the equality, there was negation. For negation, we use note. So the negation, it's the logical operator. And when we compare, actually, we can use, for instance, print 4 different from 4. So that means this is actually a true z value because 4 is exactly the same as 4. And these two values are also exactly the same, but we are saying that they are different. So we are expecting actually false value for this. Yeah. So just to see what's the value in here. What is the value in here? Sometimes I didn't have any label, as you can see, just printing out from top to bottom, so I don't know what the value for this one. So let's see. What's the value in here? False. Yeah, we were expecting, of course, this. How about this, for instance? Print 4 is actually different from 4. Yeah, this is going to be true because this and this are actually different and it should be true. Let's see. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, the value next to this. Great. I think the next session will be all about data types and variables. Yeah, we can stop this part in here and we can continue the data types and variables.